I pretty much wanted to be a writer almost as soon as I was reading. Well, I first started writing Bernie Gunther back in the mid-1980s, and I wrote 3 in a row, collectively known, if you like, as Berlin Noir. But at the time I thought, well, I didn't become a writer just to write the same character for the rest of my life. I thought I'd probably come back to writing Bernie Gunther one day, but I probably didn't realize it would be such a long time. In fact, it was 15 years before I sort of picked up the story again. And the great thing about coming back to a character after such a long time is that you come back to it with more maturity, more wisdom. You're able to sort of take the character on, to sort of make him grow. In my previous book, A Quiet Flame, Bernie Gunther goes to Argentina in the late 1940s, where he investigates a crime that has echoes of something that happened to him back in Berlin in the 1930s, and he meets the Perons, and he meets a whole raft of Nazi war criminals who were living in Buenos Aires. After this, he goes to Cuba, which is the sort of setting for my latest novel, If the Dead Rise Not. Well, the subject matter of a German detective who's worked for the Nazis is an interesting subject for me, because it creates someone who's very, morally ambiguous. And morally ambiguous characters are always the most fun to write about. I've set these 2 novels in the 30s and 40s and 1950s because this is the central point of European history in the last 500 years, the most important really since the Reformation. And it continues to affect our lives today in ways that a lot of the time we just don't appreciate. Well, I guess readers can expect a pretty accurate, atmospheric portrayal of an interesting chapter in history about which people really know nothing. The community of Nazis living in Buenos Aires, and the life of gangsters in Havana in the 1950s. I mean, most people have got a taste of it from The Godfather, if you like. Well, I love those movies, and I kind of wanted to know more about what was happening and who was who, and so really that's what you can expect.